Hi Stampers! We're back with the Measure of Love Part 2. Here is the Measure of Love stamp set that we're using for Stamp Night this month. Super cute stamp set. I hope you got a chance to do the first card, but if not, that's okay. Jump on in here. And this is the super sweet friend card we're making. Is that scale not just the cutest? Totally on trend with some home decor this year. But I wanted to share with you something fun in making this card. So let's start by getting our card base folded. So I've already got that scored for you, for those of you who have taken the class and had the pre-cut project kits. So you can just give that a score, and if not, you'll just cut and score your own piece of cardstock. Once that is done, I am going to go ahead and mount my designer series paper. Now, is that not fun? That is a little bit of I think it's called hand pinned. Yes, here it is right here. So this is the paper collection, and actually right now until the end of July, that's on sale if you wanted to grab some of that. But this is the mint macaron piece, and I'm just going to use my seal, my Stampin' Seal, to mount this to my card base. I've got stuff flying all over here. So I'm just going to put a few strips from top to bottom and just center that like so. And you're making two cards. I'm just showing you with one. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and mount this beautiful scalloped piece of die cut, I guess you can say, and that's just going to mount to the center. And that's going to give just a super cute little thing. So now what you're going to do is, for this project, you're going to use these inks. So we're going to use the Mint Macaron and the Cherry Cobbler along with our Memento Black. So make sure you have those inks and maybe some scissors. So what we're going to start first is we are going to use the Cherry Cobbler. Ooh, now something I realize I don't have in my kit is a piece of white scrap for doing the cherries. So let me just grab some. Here we go here. So two things. One is I want to use my Sweet Friend, and I'm just going to mount that onto a clear block so I can see that. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm just going to stamp that in the center. So now I've got a Sweet Friend that's all ready to go. And then I'm going, since I've got the red out, I'm going to also do my cherries. So I just need to find a block here to do the cherries. Okay, so I have a piece of, I have a stamp on this block already. Okay, just wait, that one's not coming off without some effort. Okay, I'm going to have to put effort into it because all my other blocks, small enough, are hiding. Okay. So I've got my red cherries, and tap, tap, tap. Now you want to be careful not to tap too hard with your cherries because they do have the little outline. So I don't know if you can see that, and look, I don't have ink evenly over my piece. But if I put too much ink on it, you're not going to be able to see those cherry lines, and they're going to just bleed into each other. So do make sure that you're not pushing too hard to ink through that. And if you start noticing some bleeding, just clean your stamp and give that a try again. Okay, so there I've got my Cherry Cobbler cherries ready to go. And now you're going to look for the little leaves. And so there is some cute little leaves that line up perfectly on your cherries. And I am just going to squeeze this and get that out of my way. Tap, tap, tap. Again, you don't want to put too much ink on it. Just tap, tap, tap. And then I'm going to line up those leaves with my cherries. And then just tap, equal pressure, and voila. All of a sudden, I've got some leaves on my cherries. Is that not super cute? Now, there are no dies for that. You're going to cut those out just by hand. Okay. So, okay. So, like I said, we are just going to cut these out by hand. Now, my little paper shears. Okay, so it's okay. I'm going to leave just kind of a little bit of a lip at the bottom of my cherries because they're actually going to go in my cherry bowl when this is all done. Can you imagine? Has anyone had cherries yet this year? They are delicious. I'm looking forward to, I did have some, granted it was like a month ago, but they were still pretty good. But you know what? They are not the same as your BC cherries. There's a lot of times we're fortunate enough to kind of go through British Columbia and stop at the fruit stands in the Okanagan, but unfortunately it's been quite a few years now since we've gotten there. Okay, so I've got my cherries all ready to go. So remember, I'm only doing one, but you're going to need two for your cards. Now, the other thing that we are going to do now is pull out our black ink, and this is where we are going to stamp our bowl as well as our scale. So again, twist, twist, dab, dab for the bowl. And now you're going to do two. Now I just realized when I cut this, maybe before you dive into it, I realized that I only cut enough of this green for the scales. I forgot about the bowls. Let's hope you have enough. So let me try this to maximize this to our full potential. So if we do the top corner, twist, twist, dab, dab, and then we do the opposite direction so that the scale top can kind of come in. That'll give us some room up here to do our bowls. So I'm just going to do bowl, bowl. Okay, now you might have to do this one on a little bit of a slant because this is going to be really tight, but I did it. So again, maybe when you're stamping this, try and stamp this closer to the top because that'll give you more room on the bottom, and this probably could go straight. So give that a try. Oh, but if I gave you 2 pieces in one bag, then you don't have to worry about it. You have more than enough. So, whew. But you know, sometimes I always forget a piece. So once you have that done, go ahead and cut out your scale and your bowl. And then we're going to start kind of piecing those together. I feel like we need some music or some whistling as I'm cutting this out. But now we're just cutting out the scale right now. Before you cut out your bowl, let's pull out the blends and let me show you how to do the stripes on the bowl, which I think are super cute. For those of you who don't know, I recently purchased a set of mixing bowls that were red and white striped, and that actually was the inspiration for me doing these bowls here. I thought that they were super, super cute. Now I realized I think I had pulled out my blending, my oh, what's that pen called? It's the white one, the kind of color lifter. That's what it's called. Okay, now I also said don't do what I just did. Don't cut that out yet. See, I've already messed up. I'm telling you not to cut, and I cut. So for your bowl, what you're going to do is you're going to start drawing some lines. Now you can grab a ruler if you want. I'm hoping that this video isn't slow for you as it is for me watching it. I have a funny feeling it may have gone into slow-mo because I've had the video power on for a little while. So I'm just going to do one stripe and then kind of try and leave equal amount of stripes kind of off. And just like that, I've made myself a striped bowl. Now I'm going to see about putting the light ink in. Now, like I said, I had originally tried this with the color lifter. Oh yeah, see, that's not going to work. You definitely just need one shade. And I think I would go with the darker shade. So at the top, color the bowl lid, like kind of that rim. And then we'll start a little bit down, like so. And that's given me some lovely room to work with to make it a little bit darker. And then I'm going to put another one just kind of at the very bottom to make it nice and thick and dark. There. So there's my striped bowl. I'm going to trim that out. La la la. You didn't know that I like to fill in the gaps with kind of singing. Silence is tough for me. Okay. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to use my seal. This is the easiest way. If you've got a fine tip glue pen, use that, but I'm just being kind of lazy. I'm putting the seal close to the top of my bowl, and then I'm going to use that just to kind of hold that bowl of cherries like so. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to put some dimensionals on that. There, just like that. Okay. Now, I can go ahead and put dimensionals on the back of my scale also. So I'm just going to put a couple of those on the back, and I'm going to go ahead and mount my scale first. So my scale is coming just below the scallop piece here and kind of centered. I want to make sure that that's centered. And then that's going to give me lots of room for my bowl of cherries on top. Pardon me, and I'm just going to sit that right here so it looks like it's sitting on top of my scale. And then we've got the sweet friend that you've already stamped, or that you've already stamped on that fun die cut that I've pulled out. I didn't use a dimensional on that one, so for this one I'm going to, but you can choose depending whether or not you have dimensionals, but I want to see what it looks like popped up on this one. Voila! So there's my card. And then I want to top it off with some of this linen, well, I guess it's called baker's twine. Ironic, baker's twine to go with our baker's set. Now you're going to cut your one string in half so you have enough to do 2 cards, but I folded this then so that I can do a double twine bow just to give it some texture for when we put it here. So I'm just wrapping that around, making a little bow, tightening it a little bit, and voila. And then I'm just going to use my glue dots to set that down. And I think we're almost good to go. And this is going to go just kind of in the center there, like so. And now I've got my sweet friend card. Is that not so sweet? I absolutely love it. Okay, so you got fun playing with your blends. Now, is that not neat? Have you ever thought of just stamping an image and then coloring it? I think that that is super cute, but you know what? You guys also have this white marker. So I'm gonna, before you do it, let me test to see what this looks like. I'm gonna try and fill in my bowl, although I think I left my lid off. Oh no! Did it dry out on me? Because now I'm doing this live, it's not coming out. Okay, but yours is going to be nice and juicy. But I bet you can fill in those little lines with your white marker. I really don't know why this isn't working for me. This was brand new. Okay, make sure your lid is on that. Don't leave your lid off. But go ahead and give that a try. And like I said, take a picture and post it in the Heart Stampers group. I'd love to see your creation. I'm going to do a quick little pop in there too, just to say hi to everyone, and so feel free to post it on that post. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed these cards. It was super fun. I'm really sad that we didn't get to meet in person, but hopefully we will sometime soon. Take care. Bye for now.